In this video, I'm going to demonstrate one of the cool new features of the FileMaker 19 platform that allows us to dynamically interact with JavaScript running in a FileMaker web viewer. In this example, the problem that we were trying to solve was checking whether a customer's address was in a predefined delivery zone. So to create the delivery zone, we used Google Earth, and it's got a feature where you can click on different points on a map and define a polygon or a shape that represents your particular delivery zone. So I did something like this, and I gave it a name. If I look at my little demonstration here, you can see here's my predefined delivery zone. So it just represents an area of Sydney, and we want to know whether a particular address is within the boundaries of this zone or outside of the boundaries. So let's jump over to FileMaker. So I used that Google Earth to create the KML file, which I then converted and imported into my FileMaker file here, and it's just got a series of geocodes or latitudes and longitudes as records in a table. Now I've then created a little web viewer over here, and the idea is that I can put in a customer address here, and I've got a field here to say is the address inside or outside the zone, and I basically click this button and that runs a FileMaker script which calls a JavaScript which returns a result, and to give us a bit of more visual cues, it actually puts the marker of the address on that map so we can easily see that it's within the shaded bounds of the delivery zone. And if we go to an address which I believe is outside the delivery zone, once again we click the button and it runs, and we can see that here's the pin out here and it's outside the delivery zone. So you might have noticed this field down here sort of updated automatically. It's got no for this record, and it was yes for the previous record. So this is some of the cool new things that we can do with the new FileMaker JavaScript capabilities in the FileMaker 19 platform. In this case, we're running a FileMaker script that's passed in, that's getting a geocode of this address, which generates the pin on the map, and then it's calling a JavaScript function which uses the Google Maps API to determine whether this address is within the bounds of this defined polygon, and that polygon is essentially coming from the list of geocodes that we supplied, and then that is then returning a result. So if we go back to my successful record and we'll just run that again, that JavaScript function then calls back a FileMaker script, passes in a parameter with the true or false result, which we can then use to update the record. So we can get a dynamic result and a visual representation using the new FileMaker JavaScript integration capabilities.